I'm at the Como Cemetery. It reminds me of another cemetery that's getting close up in this area, the Steel City Cemetery. It's in my cemetery playlist. In 2015 they buried someone here. Marked grave, or headstone, whatever you want to call it. Look at this. Elk or deer come through, probably both of them come through here regularly. He's anybody know why that someone would put these markers like that? Those old cinder block half pieces. I don't see those markings that maybe it's because of the fence, but because this is an fenced area, I was just dying to get in here, so maybe that's why I see less of those markings that look like from deer or elk, because some of the marking on the bark, or some of the barks on quite a few trees on the other side of the road up here, on the other side of the fence, looks like it has been stripped by an animal. Like, and I know deer eat bark sometimes. I'm not sure about elk. Oh yeah, this also reminds me of the Central City Cemetery, which I need to go back up to Central City. They had quite a few cemeteries up in Central City, and one of them was locked. I want to see if I can get permission to go in there. It's a Jewish cemetery that's supposed to be the most haunted in Central City. I just want to see. Yep, it's metal. He says husband at the very, right above the base on the headstone. Yeah, my Como, I think, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but that video didn't turn out the way I was hoping it would, so I was like, I wanted to check this out, because sometimes these boot hill cemeteries like this are pretty cool. I'm just gonna, when I get back home, I'm gonna do some Googling, because I don't know if this was a mining town. I don't see any tailings or anything. This person died at 22. or 5 years, 9 months, and 22 days. It always throws me off on some of those older headstones. Another little child. Look at this mole. It's supposed to be a lamb at the top, but the head's gone. And that's usually a child. Yeah. Come back here. Let me read the headstone. Come on. 2 years and 17 days. I really can't tell how big the cemetery is from where I'm. Just because it's some of these aspens. What are you doing? Another little child. Now, 1914 and 1917. So there's a child buried right there. This headstone has been replaced. Why? I'm just wondering. I know I've asked this before. Why are they replacing these headstones? Are a lot of people really seriously coming to Como Cemetery? What do you... Hey! This looks like it was a river at one time, or a little stream. Definitely man-made. Okay, I've reached the edge. Yeah, there's the edge of the cemetery. I know deer could easily jump that if they really want to. Funny, that person's not dead yet, or they didn't mark it. There's another little baby. That one just recently broke or something. That log right there looks like it's freshly been broken. Kind of like this one over here. Or that, yeah, it's hard to tell. It gets pretty windy up here. This is by Fairplay, Colorado, or South Park. What are you doing? Markers for probably replace those headstones or something. I'm just curious. This is, oh, it's not new. thought that was 1981. I just saw on the news that in Denver, Colorado, I'm not sure how many shelters they have, but during the really cold season, they have to turn away 66% of the people that come to the front door when it's super cold out. So we got that problem, and let's just ignore that. Let's buy all these people that no one remembers headstones. That's a great idea. Yeah, like 1903. Does anybody remember Josephine from 1903? But they sure got a new headstone. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, but sometimes there's nothing wrong with those headstones and stuff. I always Google sells headstones. They you could buy an engraved headstone, and something like this headstone right here, the engraved stuff, is like $700, $800, $900 depending on what kind of details you want. And then you times that by how many people are buried in all these different cemeteries, and that one's still like several $100s for just that one headstone if you're buying it off of Amazon. I'm not sure how much it costs at the place where you at the cemetery. I don't know how much it costs to go through them, but I'm going by Amazon. You could buy headstones and coffins off of Amazon. That one just recently came down. This tree. Here's another expensive one. But that's newer, that's different. They probably paid for that one. Here's the whole family. I'm trying to keep my dog out of the sight. And they're right on a headstone right there. Yeah, I know it can't tell very well, but some of these, even though that was like 2011, that was like, what was that, like 13 years ago? It still looks like they're freshly buried there. Probably because of all the rocks underneath it. A lot of bluebirds up here, or blue jays, whatever you want to call them. Coleman, thanks for your camping gear. Oh, that's cool. Someone made permanent flower display. I was wondering what those boxes were for. I just like a comment. I don't know if there's a right answer or not. It really depends on your opinion. But do any of you think it's disrespectful to bring your dogs to the cemetery? She loves going to cemeteries. It's funny, I moved to a house, not on purpose, that happens to be by the very first cemetery I ever filmed. Oh, I like that. Now I'm with you, little Paul. Davidson, thanks for your Harley. There's some more etched out, engraved headstones. Here's another thing that looks like it could have been like a river or stream at one time, leading down into the bigger one. Going this way. Over here. This looks like it was made by heavy-duty fence poles. It feels pretty sturdy. And I'm a pretty big guy. I weigh like 260. Oh, look at this. Those clouds right there. Oh look, I need to leave. There's darker clouds right there coming in, going in the direction that I need to go, and that way is the way I need to go. And I'm an hour into the mountains. I'm a little over an hour from Denver. Now here's somebody that's recent. This is all recently dug. An old road right here. There's another one down there a little ways for the other row. Another little flower display. Someone buried in 1911 and 1920s. That's a cool headstone. At rest, it's etched in. Looks like you're going to the gates of heaven. They're 1878 to 1907. So how old is that? Like almost 30. And right next to him is a little baby. Or that's older than the baby. It's a child. 1892 to 1903. Yeah, the temperature is dropping. My hands are starting to get a little cold. These are little I'm not sure exactly how they work, but those, they got quite a few of them right here, and those do light up. So I'm not sure where they're if they're just battery powered or if they have a solar panel somewhere. I know battery powered, you do or solar panels, they do charge the rechargeable batteries, but I just don't know if it's just that. Prior, look at, I'm not sure what those are for. They look like little gold, sparkly pumpkins. Come on. Come on. Come on. Here's that fine little road on the edge. I don't think you could see it on the camera, but it's snowing very finely. It's like very fine snow. I'm going to end right here because this is about it.